أمي كم أهواها أشتاق لمرآها وأحن لي ألقاها وأقبل يمناها. أمي كم أهواها أشتاق لمرآها.
I nourished you when you were a baby, and I looked after you in care as you grew up until you became an adolescent. You lived upon what I worked for and strived and sacrificed in my body and time and wealth, so that you may live healthy. Whenever a night passed you, when you were sick or ill or coughed, I was the first to be up, carrying you and looking upon you with my heart, afraid if an atom or a little breeze would harm you in any way. I could not sleep while seeing you sick until you slept, and then I slept.
Who has the most right for my ultimate companionship and goodness? Your mother, your mother, your mother, and then your father. If you behave rudely, harshly, incorrectly towards your parents, stubborn, arrogant, rude, foul-mouthed towards them, don't be surprised tomorrow that when your kids grow up and they behave exactly like that towards you, then that time you're going to sit and reflect, you know, damn hell, that's exactly the same way I used to speak to my father.
To the woman that loved me before I was born. To the woman that held my heart long before it had formed. To the woman who was left sleepless from dusk until dawn, with weakness upon weakness for 9 months long, telling herself it would all be worth it soon as she rest assured. For when she finally made it through to that hospital ward, it was love at first sight the second she saw me. I mean, she's a type that would give up her only slippers just to make sure that my toes were warm. See, she would always favor me despite the fact she always needed it more. She would wake up early every single morn to stand freezing in the cold, hanging up the clothes we had worn, standing at the stove for hours, cooking bowls of food we would swarm. And whenever we weren't home, her heart would be torn. I mean, she could never ever sleep whenever we were gone. She would stay up all night next to the phone, although I would never call. So she sends me text messages, please, I can't sleep, just let me know that you're safe and secure. And whenever I was sick, she would always know what was the cure. I mean, the love she gave to me was the best medicine that was pure. A prescription of tea, honey, and handmade lemonade. What more could I ask for? Alhamdulillah. Oh, praise to the Lord. You did it all for me and not once ever asked for a reward. I mean, I still remember the nights when I was small. I could never go to sleep until I would call to you out from the bedroom door. Ghatini wa bawsini, tuck me in and kiss me please, and you would always be there for sure. See the love you gave to me for all these years, it's impossible to ignore. I love you, Ya Ummah. And I'm sorry I've never told you all this before. I'm sorry for everything, Mom. I'm sorry for it all. I'm sorry for leaving you as soon as you taught me how to crawl. I'm sorry for saying oof every time you would ask me to complete a simple chore. It doesn't make me less of a man to give you a hand whenever your arms get sore. I'm sorry again and again for all the promises I fell short. And I'm sorry I can't give you the life you wish for, the car you dreamt of, and the countries you wish to explore. But most of all, I'm sorry for all the pain that I caused, for the nights you didn't sleep, and for all those missed calls, for all the fights we had, and for all the broken walls, the dirty room with the messy floors, and for the clothes that weren't packed back into their drawers, and for all the sacrifices you made that I never once ever recalled. Like when you became my mother, it meant that you had to move away from yours. I know how much you love her and miss her, and I know it cuts you deep like a sword. But if it was up to me, I'd let you see her as much as I can afford. So I promise to make it up to you and become the son that you've always adored from now on. So forgive me. Forgive me for it all. Forgive me for everything I've ever done, ever since I was young, stupid and dumb, just looking to have fun. Dear Mom, I love you. I love you. I promise to never put anybody else above you, nor let anybody come in between. And even if I get married, I promise you will always be my queen. Because there's no words in this world that can let you know how much you really mean to me. Nor is there anywhere in this world that I could ever repay you. So instead I pray every day for you, that Allah has mercy on you, the same way you had mercy on me. And I have one last request for you before you leave, please. Since Allah put paradise beneath your feet, please ask Allah.
لسوف أعود يا أمي أقبل رأسك الزاكي أبثك كل
I'm amazed that this number of people have come today. I didn't really know what to expect, but it's really amazing how many families have turned up, wanting to join in, wanting to celebrate Mother's Day today, the way you're invited them to here. The stalls are amazing, and all the children who got the prizes have really made the event very memorable.
It answered a lot of questions that I had, and even some I didn't even know I had. And I am going away more educated and more enlightened, and with some friends I hope.
It's organized, but it's really the volunteers are engaged, but something about food is not sufficient for, I think so, for guests. There is the drawback. Otherwise,
it's nice. I think my little girl's getting kind of over there. She's nice, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah, very nice event. It's really good to meet so many people. It's really good to know that so many people really love their mother, and inshallah they will take care of their mother in their old age. And alhamdulillah, it's been really nice meeting the people of St Helens and talking to them and sharing our thoughts on this motherhood and other things.
Children have enjoyed it. It's been really nice. It's been very friendly, and they've all had a really lovely time. It's been very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been really good. It's really informative, and the children have loved it.
So we've talked to quite a lot of people here. A lot of people have attended here today. A lot of children with their parents and that. And it's been a very good eye-opener for many of the public about even the general things about what Islam is about. Obviously, especially our theme is about mothers and the role of mothers and the honor and status of mothers in Islam. But also what they've took from the conversations we've had is the general basics about Islam, and that there's the many similarities between Islam and the other faiths, the Abrahamic faiths, and that's what's helped them to, get more comfortable with us as well. So it's benefited us quite a lot in that sense, in terms of, community, building communities together, building bridges together.
I like this event. There's some good things in this event, and I think these posters, these banners that we got up are very helpful. And also, obviously, the questions that they're asking the children, they're quite useful as well, because children are coming, bringing their parents, and it's a very good opening for us to make some conversation to them about Islam. So that's very useful.
20 minutes earlier, so but I think it's a very well organized and a great effort. We should keep it up and try to get it more organized.
Really, Georgia really enjoyed her. She's getting a name, I think, now, and a good market now.
It's a really interesting event. It's nice to find out a lot more about Islam and the Muslim faith, and it's just really nice to have so many people here together.
فرجت به كربي وحزاني ودادك.
Last year, well, in the market, and we've been invited back this year. A lot more people here this year than last year, which I'm pleased to see. And it's very interesting seeing different things that they do.
وأنت اللحن في شفتي بوجهك